You picture a caveman dragging a partner by the hair, but that scene almost certainly never happened in real prehistory. So how did humans, without dating apps or written vows, actually decide who they would spend their lives with? The answer reveals something surprising about jealousy, beauty, status, and how deeply our ancestors depended on each other. To understand it, forget everything modern romance taught you, and step back roughly 100,000 years. Back then, humans lived in small, mobile bands, rarely more than 30 people, wandering across open savanna and forest. In such a tiny group, everyone knew everyone, and there were only a handful of possible partners to begin with. This immediately created a problem. Choosing a partner from your own band could mean marrying a cousin. So ancient humans developed something remarkable. They exchanged partners between neighboring bands to keep bloodlines healthy. A young person might leave the group they grew up in and join a distant band many valleys away. This wasn't romance as we know it yet. It was survival strategy woven into the very fabric of society. But that raises the real question. Within these rules, could ancient humans actually feel attraction and choose freely? The evidence says yes, because attraction itself is far older than our species, buried deep in our biology. Even our distant ape ancestors preferred certain partners over others, favoring signs of health and strength. For ancient humans, health showed in the body: clear skin, strong limbs, and the ability to survive hardship. A partner who could run fast, gather well, or hunt reliably was quite literally a matter of life and death. So skills mattered enormously, and someone who fed the group earned respect that translated into romantic appeal. But here's a twist most people miss. The best hunter wasn't automatically the most desirable partner. In many foraging societies, hunters were expected to share their catch equally, gaining status not through wealth, but generosity. So the truly attractive trait wasn't hoarding food. It was kindness, reliability, and being someone others trusted. This flips the caveman stereotype. Our ancestors valued cooperation over brute dominance far more than we assume. Now, what about beauty? Did ancient humans notice symmetry, faces, and features the way we do today? Almost certainly yes, because symmetry and clear skin signal good genes and freedom from disease. But beauty standards were local and shifting, shaped by each band's culture, not one universal ideal. Some groups painted their skin with ochre. Others wore shells or feathers to appear more appealing. Archaeologists have found ancient pigments and beads clearly used for decoration tens of thousands of years ago. This suggests our ancestors deliberately adorned themselves, sending signals of identity, health, and readiness to bond. Yet appearance was only part of the story, because ancient courtship also relied heavily on demonstration of ability. Think of it as a slow-motion audition, where daily life itself revealed who would make a good partner. And crucially, choice was rarely made alone. The entire group often had a powerful say in the matter. Elders arranged many pairings, weighing alliances between families over the private feelings of the young couple. So love and duty tangled together, and personal desire often bent to the survival needs of the band. But did our ancestors ever feel the fierce, breathless emotion we call falling in love? Neuroscience says almost certainly yes, since the brain chemistry behind romantic bonding is ancient and universal. The same chemicals that flood your brain today, dopamine and oxytocin, flooded theirs beside those distant fires. That means jealousy existed too, and evidence of ancient conflict over partners appears in the archaeological record. Some ancient skeletons show injuries suggesting fights, and rivalry over mates was likely one common cause. But bands couldn't afford endless feuding, so social rules quietly formed to manage desire and prevent chaos. These early rules became taboos, customs, and rituals, the distant ancestors of every wedding tradition today. Consider one striking custom: In some societies, a suitor had to prove himself through gifts or labor. He might spend months hunting for his partner's family before the union was finally accepted and celebrated. In other groups, women held far more power in choosing than the old caveman myth ever allowed.
Female choice, in fact, may have quietly shaped human evolution more than male competition ever did.
By selecting for kindness, cleverness, and cooperation, women helped mold the very traits that make us human. So the gentle, communicative partner may have outcompeted the aggressive one across thousands of generations. This slowly favored bigger brains, better language, and the deep emotional bonds we still cherish today.
But relationships weren't always lifelong. Many ancient partnerships were flexible, lasting as long as they served both people.
Separation carried little shame, and raising children was shared widely across the whole cooperative band. A child might be nursed, fed, and taught by many adults, not just its two biological parents. This safety net meant partnerships didn't have to carry the entire crushing weight of survival alone. Compare that to today, where we often ask one partner to be lover, friend, and support all at once. Our ancestors spread that load across an entire community, which may have made their bonds feel lighter. Yet the emotional core was the same. They laughed, longed, grieved lost love, and celebrated new unions. Cave paintings and carvings hint at these feelings, echoes of ancient hearts pressing into stone and pigment. So when we ask how ancient humans chose a partner, the answer is layered, human, and deeply familiar. They balanced biology, beauty, skill, and kindness against duty, alliances, and the watchful eyes of their group. They fell in love, felt jealousy, made compromises, and built families much like we still do now. The tools changed, the settings changed, but the deep human longing for connection never truly did. Next time you swipe, message, or share a quiet glance, remember you're following instincts 100,000 years old. The search for a partner is one of the oldest stories our species has ever told itself. If this made you see love differently, subscribe and join us as we keep uncovering our shared human past.